I'm just trying to link the stream into Discord, so if anyone in Discord wants to watch it, they can. Make sure the volume's on up. Good. Not worried about the mic quality. I just did a podcast device yesterday, so I think I'll be doing fine. Alright. Yeah. Welcome everyone to the final race of the season. This is obviously race day, so this is the 30-minute pre-race show that we have. It's a little less, to be honest. It will be probably, if I had to guess, around 25 minutes. I had a lot of stuff planned. I haven't necessarily scrapped, per se, all of it, but I have been like, I don't know if I'm gonna do that. But there's a lot to talk about. Because it's not just the championship battle that we will be talking about. There's so much other stuff that we can and will be talking about. But the championship battle is obviously the biggest. So let's just cut to the chase. Let's get right into it. 13 points separate the 9 car of Hendrick and the 21 car of Tack. Both of them are expected to make this race. I was just in a party with Hendrick, so I would almost guess he is showing up, obviously. I put out a poll about 2 hours ago, hour and a half ago, and right now it is 3-1. Obviously, I have voted on both of them, so it's technically 2-0 in favor, at least in the Discord, of Hendrick winning. That's what people think. That's what the drivers think. The drivers that have voted on it. Now, obviously Hendrick has the advantage, but but there's something that has been developing over the last little bit that wasn't really a thing until a couple days ago, and it's been a big thing because it only really developed on Monday. Mind you, our last race that we did at Charlotte, Hendrick wasn't even in, and it was on Saturday. But Hendrick has been developing a worst case of stick drift. For controller players, you would know stick drift is bad. But I've raced in 2 races now, I think, with Hendrick since then, and it is really bad. There will be moments in the middle of the straightaway where he'll start turning to the left, and then he'll start turning to the left more. And it's not like a gradual turn, it's like a jolt, and then straight, and then another jolt entering the corner, and then it jolts right back up onto the track, and it has wrecked so many people already, and it also hurts Hendrick pace-wise. And Vale on Monday, he had to sit in the back for most of that race, and then he had to make his way up to have a shot at the championship. He didn't win the championship, obviously. Neither did I, but he was really put in a bad situation. Now, to be fair, he doesn't have to win this race. He doesn't even have to beat Tack. He just has to get a solid result. But with the stick drift, if we get a decent amount of people, Tack says he's good at here at Homestead, so it could be really tough. This is why Hendrick's best track's still arguably his best track. So I wouldn't put it past him to fight through this. But I don't think we'll see win number 17 this race. I think we'll have to wait till next season to see win number 17 for that 9 car. But yeah, with the stick drift, it is definitely going to be something to watch. There was also another lead that he ran on Monday. He was the points leader. Mind you, it's also a Winston-style format, just the points are a little bit different. How the points are handed out, a little bit different. But he entered that race way ahead, about 10 points ahead in the NASCAR format, the actual NASCAR format, not the Winston format. But he lost all those 10 points and more. So if that shows anything, it's if Tack can put together a good race, there's a good opportunity that he wins. He has to beat Hendrick by 3 positions. That is the big thing. 3 positions. 3 positions, or Tack leads a lap, Hendrick doesn't, or Tack leads most laps, and Hendrick leads a lap. Sorry, my mom walked in the room. But yeah, Homestead. Now let's just talk about the track that is at hand. Homestead is a multi-groove track. It's actually probably, in my opinion, it's the best mile and a half in the game. But a lot of people say that's Vegas. But these two are both on like the same level of good. It's just they're obviously different. This one is more of a traditional oval, I guess, where Vegas is like D-shaped oval. So again, a little different. Who won Vegas? Boom, and he's not even going to be in this race, I don't think. But yeah, talking about Boom, he will probably finish 4th in the standings. I don't think he gains any positions. I think Hines is locked up 3rd, which is pretty fine. I mean, yeah. But yeah, another good season for Hines. I wouldn't be surprised if he's in this race. There's also some stuff that I have to talk about involving him, and also one more thing involving Hendrick. I mean, we have a lot of things to talk about. That's why I'm trying to sum this up and be very quick. Anyways, we should be seeing here, the bottom will probably be the lane that we see the most, but someone like Hendrick could be running the middle. Hendrick says that the middle is the best lane here if you run it right. Obviously, that's coming from a guy that has ran this track good and is one of the fastest here. And it's one of the fastest here in the league. The top, it can work. If we're seeing like a lot of really hard battles and like it being a pack, we're going to see the top work. If it's you're trying to run someone down, you're not going to use the top. The top is slower, but when you're in a pack, when everyone's slowing each other down, you can run the top, be competitive, and if anything, be more competitive. We also won't have someone like Boom in the race, who is known for running the top here than other people. Haredi is the other one that's known for running the top, at least like consistently, and Haredi is obviously not even in the league, so yeah. Another thing, Hendrick is going to be hitting a milestone this race. By just starting this race, it will be his 50th start. The first driver to get to 50 starts in the league. A big milestone, to say the least. It would be amazing to see him win his 50th start, but again, we don't know. But that is definitely something, I don't think he even knows that. Yeah, I'll mention that to him in the race. It is his 50th start, so definitely something cool. Obviously, Hendrick has only missed a couple races. I think he's only missed like throughout the 3 seasons, like I want to say 4 races. I might be wrong. He may have only missed 3, but like definitely when we're talking like what's the word? When we're talking trying to think. But yeah. And I feel like, yeah, whatever. Also, Hendrick is looking for a 2nd title tonight. It would obviously, he would be the first driver to get to 2 titles, because we've only had 2 drivers win the title, because we've only had 2 seasons. But what would that mean? Well, I feel like it would just solidify his it would solidify how good he has been in the NASCAR Heat 5 era for this league. He has already gotten 16 wins and a title. That doesn't even count all the poles that he has, which is more than 10. The laps led, which he's in the top 3 in. I think after the season he might even be 2nd behind Hines, who is someone that has been leading a lot of laps this season and is having a career season. We'll come back to that in a second. But yeah, 641. But yeah, I'm trying to think. Tack. Yeah, he said he was good here. Obviously, I don't fully know because I've only seen him race like once here lately. And I was in like a big league, so it's gonna be completely different compared to this. But it should be very interesting. Again, depending on the people, and I will update the scenarios throughout the race so you guys can stay informed about the title and what's happening. But yeah, last season we entered this race with 17 points separating the top two. Hendrick was leading, Zach was in second. To be fair, Hendrick did walk out with the title that season, but it's closer this season, and now Hendrick has stick drift. So again, also, yeah, look out for pit road here. It can catch you out. Honestly, it's one of the easier tracks to not speed in, I feel like. But definitely when you come across the track and try to get onto the flat surface to like get down the speed and get into the pits, you can spin because you're getting down onto the apron, and it can really throw the balance of your car off, make you slide the rear end, and just kind of spin you. I've spun like 3 times there, and yeah, or it can just throw your balance off in the car and make it a really wacky and weird entry. You can be really aggressive here. I found that out lately by running here. You can get really aggressive into the pits, but it's a riskless reward. The pit barrels here are big. I've probably seen out of any track, maybe besides Dover. This is probably the second or most track with people hitting the pit barrels. That is the most common thing. I think this is the most common track for people to hit the pit barrels. If not, it's Dover, but this would be second. So, yeah, look out for those. So if you have a really aggressive entry, you can end up in the pit barrels, and it can slow you down by a bit. I wouldn't be surprised if this race goes green the whole way. After all, last season, I'm pretty sure here we didn't even have a caution. But yeah, that's kind of like how Wingstop races have been really since the start. A lot of caution-free races, but that doesn't mean it's a boring race or anything. It's still pretty good. But yeah. Alright. Yeah, Heinz is having a career season. I want to just kind of mention this. So, like, yeah. I'm pretty sure gone the most laps that he's ever gone in a season. And mind you, he had season 1 where he got like 300 laps. No, it was like 200 or something. But yeah, definitely, I'm pretty sure he's led the most laps. Well, he's definitely led the most laps this season. He's won the most races this season. He's the only person to win 3 races. 3. If he didn't lag out at Charlotte, he probably would have went 4 in a row. That is a thing on its own. I'm pretty sure Heinz has actually won 4 races, because he's won Texas, Dover, Darlington, Kansas. Yeah, that's 4. That's 4 races. He was looking for the lucky number, not lucky number, but he was looking for number 5 at Charlotte. He's looking for number 5 today also. Obviously he can't go 4 in a row, which, well, at this point there's no like record for that. But I'm pretty sure he is closing in. I don't think he has enough, because I don't think he has enough time for this to get the record for most laps led in a season. That is held by Zach last season, who got, I think it was like 500, which is insane. But Zach was very dominant in that season. He just did not have the attendance at the end. And then also in that, like, when he came back after missing those 2 races, he wasn't as dominant as he was in that first half. It also helped that Hendrick had, like, figured out his stuff. But yeah, a lot of stuff ready to happen. Tack looking for his first title. And a title for the Wood Brothers would be amazing to see. Yeah, Hendrick looking for his second in a row. Just to kind of cap off how good he was in this. Yeah. Anyways, I'm going to end the stream off here when, yeah. I'm gonna step aside and take a break. When we come back in 15 minutes or so, we'll be getting ready to go green for the championship finale, the season finale, to decide a champion in about an hour and a half time, maybe even less, maybe about an hour time. We will know who the champion is. 13 points separate Tack and Hendrick. I'm Aaron Johnston, and I'll see you in about 15 minutes. Until then, I hope you guys enjoyed the Play show, and yeah, goodbye.